Hi guys, I hope you are fine. Me too, I'm fine. So guys, today we are going to look at this question. Let's see what the question has in store for us. So first I read the question and then we continue. In a geometric progression, the sum of the third and fourth terms is 108. If the sum of the fourth and fifth term is 324, determine the Roman 1 common ratio, Roman 2 first term, and Roman 3 12th term. So guys, we begin now solving our question. So we are told that the sum of the third and fourth term is 108. So before we go to that guys, let's look at the terms. We usually have the first term being A, the second term is usually AR, AR2, AR3, and so on guys, like that. And so when we now come, this is our first term, second, third, and fourth. So we are told the sum of the third. So the third is here already, which is this now. This is our third term. And the fourth term, this is the fourth term. And then is 108. So I can actually write here AR squared plus AR cubed. This is 108, like that. And then we are told if the sum of the fourth and the fifth, I can go now to fifth, which is AR raised to 4, like that. So if the sum of the fourth is AR cubed, plus, and the fifth is AR raised to 4. This one now gives us 324. So guys, the question here being asked, determine the common ratio. So guys, let's solve those equations and see what we shall be able now to get. So guys, what I'll do is that, as you can see, there are common things here. We have AR cubed here, we have also AR cubed here. So guys, if I were to subtract the second, that is the second, and from this first one, I will get something like this. I will say AR raised to 4 plus AR raised to 3. I now subtract the first from the second. So this is going to be AR, I can start with raised to 3. I subtract that minus, because if I put a bracket here, you shall have a plus. So removing the bracket, I can put minus there. This one is AR squared. And this one gives us now 324 minus 108. Like that. So guys, when we do that guys, we are going now to cancel this. This one now becomes the same. So we are left with AR raised to 4 minus AR squared. This now gives us 324 minus 108. We look for that. 324 minus 108. That gives us 216, like that. So now guys, we can come and factor out A. If we factor out A, we can factor out A, R, like that. Let's just factor out A first. Yes, we factor out A first, then we are going to have A, then R raised to 4 minus R squared. So this one gives us 216. And so therefore guys, our A is going to be equal to 216 divided by R raised to 4 minus R squared. After that guys, we are going to work now with this first equation, because in our first equation we can say A R squared plus AR cubed. This gives us 108, and so therefore we can factor out A. If we factor out A, we are going to have A R squared plus R cubed is equals to 108, like that. So let's now replace our A here in this equation. Current equation may be 3, because we have another 1, Roman 1 and Roman 2. We replace this A with this A with this. So that is going to be, now I'll write here, instead of A, I'll write 216 all over R raised to 4 minus R squared, multiply now by R squared plus R cubed. This now gives us 108. So from there guys, I can work out that I can do cross multiplication. But before I do that, let me just multiply here 216 multiply by R squared plus 216 multiply by R cubed. This now gives us, now we can cross multiply. This will be 108 R raised to 4 minus 108 R squared. Guys, as you can see, we are still on our way. What we can do guys, we can divide the whole of this equation with 108. If we divide by 108, that is 1 over 108 that is going to be, we are going to have 2 R squared plus 2 R cubed equals to, this is going to be 1 R raised to 4 minus 1 R raised to 2, like that. So guys, from there now we can come and divide yet again by, let's see what we can divide with. We can divide with R squared. Divide that by 1 over R squared. So this one will give us R squared, not really R squared, but will give us 2. This will now be 2 plus 2R is equals to R squared minus 1, like that. So guys, after having that, we can now have, because this one looks quadratic equation, having the r squared and r. So let's put all the figures on this other side, but we are not doing it literally because I'm still going to write r squared here. But now we are now putting all these on the other side. On the other side, the r squared is positive. So when now we come to 2r, you shall have minus 2r, like that. And then these two, you bring it to this other side, is going to be minus 3. That is minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. Now, this now gives us a quadratic equation, which we are now going to do. So what we can do, guys, is that we can check and see if a number that multiplies two numbers, you get negative 3 when you multiply. When you add, you get negative 2. And that is negative 3 plus 1. So we shall say r squared minus 3r plus r, that gives us negative 2. And then minus 3 equals to 0. So you can now divide into 2 like that. So this one now is going to be, you can factor out the r. Then here we are left with r minus 3. And here we are left with, this one I can put a 1 there, r minus 3 equals to 0. So we shall have r plus 1 as one of the factor. Another factor is r minus 3. This gives us 0. So we shall have r plus 1 equals to 0, or r minus 3 equals to 0. So in this case, our r is going to be negative 1, and this other case, our r is going to be 3, like that. So guys, from there, we can say when r is equals to 3, then we are going to have to write in our, that is r is actually, now we have the common ratio. Guys, we are being able to find the common ratio. The other question that we have been asked, guys, is this. So we are already done with common ratio, which we get as 3. But we also have this, which is negative 1. So we have two common ratios. We have r equals to 3, and we have also r equals to negative 1. So let's go to the second question. It says the first term. Let's find the first term. And the first term, before we go to finding the first term, guys, we have not yet even found the first term. We'll need now to come and put it in our equation. And this is one of our equation where we can put it. This equation. We can use this equation. We put our r and find out what then are we going to find for a. So that we are going to have a like that. R, we put r squared, which is 9, plus r cubed is 27. Like that. This one gives us 108. So that now we'll have a, here we have 36 equals to 108. And so therefore a is going to be equal to 108 divided by 36. That is 108 108 divided by 36. That gives us 3. So guys, we are going to have our first term as 3. First term. Let's try this with now when r is equals to -1. With that one, we shall have a here. Then we have r squared. The r squared, this one now gives us 1. Then plus, and this is what we are following, guys, this one. So we shall have plus 1, -1 raised to 3. That one gives us -1. So guys, as you can see here, we have a problem here, because this one will give us, it's going to give us 0. So guys, this one will not be possible, because it means that this equation has a positive common ratio and not a negative. Because if you look at this question, guys, here we get 0, so we cannot be able to know what is our a, because we are supposed to get 108. So this one it's not possible. So guys, we now have our common ratio as only 3. So this one we can now remove this one. So this one is not there, and so our common ratio is that. And our first term is supposed to be 3. And finally, we are being asked here to find the 12th term. For the 12th term is actually very easy, because this one we are just going to use the equation for finding the term, that is a r raised to 11. So this one is going to give us 3 multiplied by 3 raised to 11, because now we are looking for the 12th term, and for the 12th term the general equation is arn minus 1. So this is the nth term, and so for the 12th term is going to be ar raised to 11. So we can now look for the 3 raised to 11 is equals to that times 3 equal to that. So this is 5, 3, 1, 4, 4, 1. So this is our 12th term. Maybe I can confirm again. 3 raised to 11 times 3. So that's our value for the 12th term. So guys, we come to the end of our lesson today. Bye bye.